If you think about the high street, like that physical stores, the reason that people would buy from a smaller store is if they knew the owner. And so if you really, that's your one advantage over going to a hardware store that sells, B&Q, a big hardware store compared to, Ian's hardware store. If you know Ian and he knows like damp proof coursing and you've got to do something that in your house and he's going to go and talk to you, that's the advantage of the small business
Mm.
owner. And so it's the same as online, is that if you can build a connection with the founder, then people will buy from you because they want to be part of the movement of what you're trying to do. And I think that, I mean, there's been many times when I've kind of been reluctant to put myself out there and do things, but every time I've done it, it's like, well, I've always thought afterwards, why the hell I haven't done that earlier? It was just stupid. I was just afraid of nothing. Now, of course, you're going to get people mocking you on social media, on Facebook ads, but they are not normal people. Those people, they're just, it's almost like putting yourself, imagine if you stood on the corner of a town centre, some people would heckle you because they are just, oh, they're never going to be your
I think,
customers.
yeah, I
Are they?
think the other consideration I think is, do you embody your customer? And what I mean by that is, let's say you're really into mountain biking, and there's a guy, we've got a couple of people working who sell really high-end mountain bikes. They love mountain biking.
Yeah.
They look like the customers they are selling to. So they're absolutely right to be the face and the founder and to put the content out
Yeah.
and do video and interviews, because they look like the people that are buying from. And there's loads of examples where that's true. But sometimes there's a mismatch. If you don't look like your
Yeah.
customers, and then that's slightly odd. Then, so let me say, there's a business we're working with, and it's a guy, and he bought a big homeware business, and because he's an investor,